Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear students, grade 3, welcome to my math class. Today, inshallah, we'll take Unit 1, Lesson 2. Our lesson today is called Representing Data or Data Using Bar Graph. Our lesson today is called Representing Data Using Bar Graph. In this lesson, you will learn our object today, means what we will learn. We will learn how to collect data. Second object, we will know how to organize this data in tables. How to organize in tables, we write it in table. How to represent it using bar graph. We will color to represent bar graph. Okay, this is the first question in this lesson. Directions. Make a bar graph using sibling data. We will draw a bar graph using sibling data. Sibling means how many brothers and sisters you have. Sibling, brothers means brothers and sister. We call it in Arabic al-ashiqa. For example, if you have one brother and one sister, you have two siblings. If you have one brother, you have one sibling. If you have two brothers and one sister, you have three siblings. Okay, siblings means the total number of your brother and your sister, and don't count yourself with them. Be sure to include. It means we must write a title, the name of the graph, the title, the name of the graph, labels for each axis, and this is called, we have two axes here. This is called horizontal axis, and this vertical axis. We must write the name of axis on each axis. And the final required, المطلوب الأخير, the final required is colored bars. Okay, we have to make a sibling data. We write a title, we write a label on these two axes, and finally we color. Okay, let's start. To grab this paper, we need data. Where we will bring this data? We will do it. Now we will learn how to collect data. I made this table. I wrote number of siblings. I prepared this table for my class, and I wrote here tally. Okay, and here 0, it means he has no siblings, he has no brother, no sisters. He has one sibling, brother or sister. He has two siblings, three siblings, 4, and more. I will go to the class. Okay, you can do that by yourself. I will go to the class and ask my students. How many brothers and sisters do you have? How many siblings? This is the way to collect the data. I ask people, I ask my father, I ask my classmates, how many siblings do you have? Some of them will say 0, some of them will say 1, some of them will say 2, some of them say 3. I will collect this data in this table. For example, if 1 only or 2 say we don't have any brothers or sisters, we make two tallies. If 5 of them say I have one sibling, we draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If 7 of them said we have two siblings, so I make 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross 5. This is 5, and 6, 7. If 4 of them said we have 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If 4 of them or 2 of them said we have more than 4 brothers or siblings, so we make two tallies. This is called tallies table. Now I want to make this data more simpler. more simpler. Okay, so I write here another table. I make another table easier than this one. I write number of siblings 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. If I want to write the children which has 0 brothers or sisters, has 1 sibling, 2 siblings, 3 siblings, 4 and more. And here is the number of pupils. And write the number. Here is 2. I write here 2. Here is 5. I write here 5. Here is 7. I write 7. Here is 4. I write 4. Here is 2. I write 2. Now, we learn here how to collect data. How to collect data. Here, collect. How to organize this data. I organized this data. How to collect? I ask my classmates, I ask my mother, I ask my brothers, ask anyone, and write this data in a table. This is called organizing data. Okay, and to make it more simple, okay, we make a small table and just write number of siblings, number of pupils. Okay, now it's time for drawing it by bar chart. Okay, we already had the bar chart here. I just take this table to there. Here is the bar chart. This was for another class. Now I bring the last one we took here. The question say write a title, so we must write a name of this graph. So the graph is about siblings, so I write siblings bar graph. This is the name of the lesson, the name of the chart. And I want to write the 2 axes. How to write this 2 axes? We write this axis from this table. The first line is the first axis, and the second line we wrote it in the second axis. So it means here we will write number of siblings. Here we will write number of siblings. Okay, but the first line we write it in the first axis, okay, horizontal axis, and the second line we write it here on the second axis, number of pupils. And now we need to write numbers. We will write this number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 here with another color. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we write a scale. We write 1, 1, 2. No, we don't write 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we prepare the graph for drawing. Now we will draw. The children who has no siblings are 2. So we color 2 squares with this color, for example. We color 2 squares. The children which has 1 sibling are 5. So we shaded 5. We change the color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until here. The children which has 2 are 7, so we color 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until here. The children which has 3 are 4. We shade 4 with another color. We can use one color, but it's better to change colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. I colored 4. And the last one, 4 children and more. We colored 2 squares only. We can change the color to okay. We have finished graphing. This is called bar graph. This is called bar graph. What we learned in this lesson? We learned how to collect data. How to collect data? We ask classmates, we ask brothers, we ask mother. We learn the second object with organize this data. We make a table and draw tables, or we make a table and write numbers. We in the first line we say number of siblings, here number of pupils, and I write down the number of siblings and how many children do they have. Okay, this is organizing data. Last step or last object represents this data using bar graph. We must have a name for the graph. We must have a name for the graph. It's called title. We must have two axes. The name of two axes, we find it from the table. The first line here, number of siblings, we write it in the horizontal axis. The second line, we write it on the vertical axis, and then we write the numbers here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We write down, and here we make a scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last step, we shade. Okay, that's all about this lesson. The last thing, you can make question and answer it about the drawing. For example, how many children have two siblings? I can ask a question like this. How many pupils have two siblings? Okay, I look at the drawing here too. I go up one, I count squares 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I write 7. So I can answer any question about this graph easily. I just look at the graph and answer this question. Thank you for listening. I wish you fully understood this lesson. I wish you the best. Goodbye. See you in other lessons. Bye bye.